A huge thanks to all those who sent me your comments and feedbacks for my last video. I'm so happy and excited to continue with the OET, and I hope the support will continue. After my last video, quite a lot of them told me that they are really worried about OET because it's lockdown, they can't connect with the trainers. Some have tried online as well as classroom training and nothing seems working. How to continue and to what to do. So if you're one among them, so this video is for you. So today's video is all about what to know about yourself before booking a test, what are the different tasks in speaking and writing, how to utilize your time effectively in this current situation. Before you even start to think about sitting for a test or enrolling for a course, there are certain things you need to know about yourself. Know your basic language level. The first and foremost step is to know about the level of language you already have. Can you understand the instructions written on a question paper? Can you read a full journal article and understand the meaning? And can you follow a conversation in English? Are you able to reply back? Can you self-introduce yourself without much difficulty? Can you write a letter to someone on a relevant topic without much mistake? How many sentences could you write without much grammatical mistakes? If you think that you have got some sort of difficulty in any of these questions, then never book your test in advance because it's a waste of money. Try to practice as much as you can and try to attain a basic level of language. Because if you're enrolled in a 2 months or 3 months course, they will be just giving you the task and you will be doing the task and you will not be creating a base level. Before you even enroll into a course, try to attain a basic language level. Otherwise, you will feel overburdened and lose interest in your studies. You may have tried online or classroom training, or you may also have written IELTS before. It doesn't necessarily mean that you can pass the test. If you feel trouble or if you don't feel confident, then stop where you are and identify where you are lacking. For example, you may be able to read and write well or would be able to do listening well. You may also understand a conversation, but you may have trouble replying back. In such situation, you should be working on your speaking. You should learn the techniques on how to reply to different questions, how to start a communication, how to continue without much interruption, and how to end it. There are different types of people around us, so we should be knowing how to deal with them. Some may be pleasing to talk, others may be arguing or difficult to convince. So you should identify how to deal with different situations through speaking. This is only about speaking. Similarly, there will be something lacking in listening, reading or writing. So you should be able to identify where you are lacking. In case of writing and listening, are you able to concentrate well? Can you comprehend it well and do the answers properly? Identify which area to improve. And with regard to writing, there is quite a lot to talk about writing, which we'll be doing later on. So analyze where you're lacking, which module you're good at and which module you're not good at. So try to focus on the things that's hard at last and things that are easy initially so that it will boost up your confidence. That's what I have done personally in my exam. If you find that you are good in one module, try to focus on that module initially so that will provide more room for other modules to practice later on. This will also help boost up the confidence. Try to collect maximum materials you can, especially in this lockdown situation. That's really important. If you can get maximum materials in all the 4 modules, that's well and good. So try to get maximum materials and try to get practiced it. So the different types of letters in writing include referral letter. So there are mainly 2 types of referral letters, basically transfer letter and discharge letter, request letter, home visit, information and discharge back. In a transfer letter, a patient is going to another facility for investigation, care or treatment. Discharge letter includes writing about a patient who is going to another facility for continuing care or rehabilitation. Request letter is basically about any of the request. It can be to any healthcare professionals. For example, if you're writing to a dietitian, it will be to assess the nutritional need of the patient, to make a diet plan for the patient. So if it's for a GP, it may be for doing any kind of assessment. So it depends on the purpose or the task of the letter. It will be specific. In a home visit, a physiotherapist or community nurse once or twice a day will be visiting the patient as per the case scenario. Information letter is very rare. In such cases, a school nurse will be giving some kind of information to a parent or the parents about the child's condition, community, or to a community about outbreak of diseases. And the final one is discharge back. The patient may get discharged from a hospital and is sent back to the nursing home where he already came from. So these are the different types of letters to be done in an OET. There are different types of speaking tasks as well. Nurse to patient, nurse to parent, nurse to grandchildren, nurse to relative. So these are the common types of speaking tasks that we can see in an OET. So when we say about nurse to patient, there can be different types of patients, like normal patient having any medical condition or any surgical patient who has undergone surgery. So that's post-operative or pre-operative, or there can be aggressive patient or depressed patient or difficult to convince patient. So these are the different types of nurse to patient speaking tasks that can be obtained. Next one is nurse to parent. You will be the nurse and you will get a parent in front of you. So you will be talking to a parent. For example, the examiner will be acting as a parent. So you will have to convince the parent, and the parent will be so worried about the child, and the task goes on like that. Next is nurse to grandchildren. So you will be talking to a grandchildren where the patient will be the grandparents. Nurse to relative. So in such cases, you will be talking to the next of kin or any relative of the patient. So the type of speaking will be different in each scenarios. So you should be learning how to deal with all these type of patients. There is a lot of difference between how you are talking directly to a patient and how you talk with a mother or a father or a grandchildren or a next of kin. So there is a specific technique in talking to all these types of people. Concentrate only on studies. There are two types of distractors, internal distractors as well as external distractors. Keep all your external distractors away. Keep your mobile phone switched off while you practice. Keep away from noises and crowd. In case of internal distractors, this can be different for different person. Learn to say no. There can be parties, functions, festivals, celebrations in your family, among your friends or colleagues. So when you start to study, concentrate only on it. If you have scheduled a particular time for learning, keep the time only for learning and not for anything else. It can be through yoga, meditation, prayer, whichever suits you. And that helps to keep your body, mind and spirit free of worries and stress. Develop a routine. If you want to spend 4 hours a day, keep it only for studies and do it at the same time every day. If you practice well at the same time every day, the brain knows that it's a working time and the productivity will be more. Everybody is different, so plan according to what and how you can manage. Set a short-term goal such as how many listening, reading, writing or speaking you want to do in a week, and what's the score you would like to achieve. And of course, a long-term plan is to achieve your required score in OET. If you couldn't achieve your goal, identify why you couldn't achieve it. Maybe in writing, your grammar part may be the trouble. If yes, try to correct the grammar part with the help of an expert OET trainer. It's not about the number of materials you did, it's about the target score you have achieved. If you could do only one module per day, that's enough and more. Try to get maximum marks in that. Focus on quality rather than quantity. The reason why I have practiced every module every day is because the more you practice, the more you get better. But make sure you get the right corrections. Otherwise, you will be practicing the same mistakes again and again. So getting the corrections on time is really important. So try to get corrections every day before you move on to the other topic. If you didn't get corrected, make sure you get it done. This is incredibly important for writing. because in listening and reading there will be answers in the key. Alright guys, so that's it for today. If you feel that this topic was good to you, please leave a comment for me, and if you have got any doubts or if anything you want to know, please do let me know. Thank you for watching. See you soon. Before you go, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and please give me a thumbs up if you like my video, and leave your comments and your valuable feedbacks that I really value. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon. Bye bye.